Good morning. It's been some time. We haven't spoke. Haven't shown any videos. So there you go. Let me just grab my coffee quickly because it's morning and I kind of need it. So the workshop is getting tidier. It's getting cleaner. We have to put some shelves here so we can sort this stuff out. Obviously, we're experimenting with the gearboxes. That Steve has to put one in with his 500 brakes, just over 500 brakes engine into his MR2, which is there. We're experimenting with the diesel gear reissues and LSD diff and all that stuff. So there's a lot of stuff going on here, testing and development, and obviously all of that our customers can benefit from because we do the research and then we can advise on different applications, what's better, what's worse, what works, what doesn't, etc., etc. This is the mock-up engine, fitted back on the stand very quickly in a very dodgy way with a strap around it, but hey, it's solid, it stays, it holds. This one I'm just using for different ideas, the cooling system which I modified, the turbo system, the electrics. It's fully functional engine. This actually, tunes up and fires up. This actually seems healthy engine. It's not broken, so good. Roll cage. This is an MR2 bolt-on roll cage. We put it there on the straps on the roof because, well, we have to save for space. TIG welder. This is the mobile one. Now we use to tack the stuff in place because obviously if I build exhaust on that ramp or maybe on this ramp, I don't want to MIG weld it and then TIG it. It has to be all TIGged. So there you go. The main TIG and all the stuff. This part here, obviously, it needs to be tidied up still because my desk is horrible. Well, to be honest, I've removed a lot of stuff from the shelves and put it on the desk, so it needs work doing. The cooling systems, because I'm working just on two orders now, almost identical orders. The full engine swap, 1.8 valve to the MR2, as you know probably. So the water system is going to be modified, fittings and adapters and banjos and threads for the sensors and all that stuff. The half of the engine mount kits, these are two of them, consists of these, but also of the new rear engine mount, which is that part there, which bolts to your quattro gearbox with the O-rings, to blank the oil passages, and the adapter that bolts to your subframe. Very nice. The shallow sump. The shallow sump is not necessary. Oh yes, the shallow sump is not necessary, but this one is. I do recommend them because they are slightly shallower on the bottom, and they has this metal pan. If you hit the metal pan, obviously you're not gonna crack the aluminium. And if it's an original one like aluminium, Volkswagen Audi is very known. They're very easy to crack, and if you crack it, you lose the oil. If you lose the oil, obviously we all know what's gonna happen to the engine. Then we have all the various, beads and adapters, the exhaust bungs for the lambda sensors, thermostats because we changed them, bolts, and I may show you one of these. This is actually pretty cool. Which on some of the cars that we're gonna build to sell, this is what I'm gonna use. You probably know what this is already, but sorry, I need two hands. These are the, instead of using silicone clamps, we're using these. Beautiful stuff. But again, this is only for when we build the setup and sell it or something like this. I don't sell these. When people order the intercooler system, stuff like this, these are not available. These are exclusively for the cars and setups I built completely, then you can use those. My exhaust stuff, V-bands, it's another setup for the engine mounts and the conversion and gearbox adapters. My exhaust stuff, again, more tidy up, as per TIG welder, another two TIG welders, as you do, obviously. Oh, who's that? Look at that handsome boy. Anyway, that was a very, very cool car. Talking about the cars, my Silvia S14, race car, not drift car. People still confusing this. This is a race car. It was developed to do time attack, not drifting. And because I have done a mistake and to get twice for drifting at Santa Po, everyone's thinking, is this a drift car? And because again, S14, Silvia's, or 206, they know for drifting, but this is not a drift car, it's a race car. Please. Anyways, has no engine, as you can see, and we're gonna fit something in there, hopefully. I don't know, to be honest. I'm so busy with this stuff that I may actually sell it as it is, but the problem is, if I sell it as it is without the engine, it will be kind of like a unfinished project, the rolling chassis, which is not. This is extremely good. The roll cage is T45 TIG welded, suspensions, where, as you can see, everything is big and massive brakes, everything's in the rose joints, and everything is pretty much new. I used the car a couple of times only. The chassis has no rust. The value of this is high, but no one will give you money for it. So I probably better put the engine in and sell it as a working race car. Anyways, this is another MR2, and this one here, I think we're gonna build it to a nice spec and sell it, probably the same spec that one is, so about 280 brakes as a daily, nothing crazy, because hey, when I say 280 brakes, nothing crazy, trust me, they're really nice. 280 brakes is different in a normal car than it is one of these, because they're extremely light, so it feels much more powerful than 280 brakes. Anyways, let's go forward. Bit more tidy up going on here. Steve is fighting with his diff to remove the crown from the old differential, and he's not having much succeed because they are actually quite difficult to remove. I need to have a look on it. His car, of course you can recognize that is Steve's car. Wheel setup is absolutely beautiful. I like this car. I like this car a lot now. This is bollocks. I'm sorry for that. My compressor decided to. Let me just go on this little step. Maybe you can see it better from the top. You have to see it from this kind of angle. These are 295 30 18s, and we just put them on as a mock-up, but I can tell you now they are staying. This should be just my mock-up car, so this is the one I use. For example, now, actually that engine, that setup is for sale, and it may go in this car. That is a very nice setup, has everything new. The timing belt, the clutch with the flywheel, lots of new stuff. Very refreshed engine, new sump, as you can see. This is what I'm talking about. Protected, all metal. Anyways, this is the one I use to build different setup. For example, now we have a customer with a different, he bought with the whole kit. He's fitting this engine in his car, but he's going for the bigger power, about 400-500 brakes, I guess. So he's using different exhaust manifold and a different turbo. So the exhaust I'm making comes with standard with the conversion, wouldn't fit a different turbo. So he sent us the exhaust manifold, the turbo, and I'm gonna buy him a custom 3-inch stainless exhaust. The beauty of that is I don't charge much more money from the standard setup to the custom one. So that's I think that's good for customers. But yeah, this is what I use the car for. And this is supposed to be a a rolling chassis still on the ramp, just a mock-up car. But as soon as I put these wheels on, these tires doesn't even have the wheels on it, as you can see. And we look at each other with Steve, and we had this idea. I was like, listen, I want you to strip this car down. I want to see something. And we came up with an idea that we're gonna show soon. We both love, so we're gonna save the chassis. Well, the chassis was straight, the panels will be, rusty, but the chassis is solid as nothing. So we're gonna head with that. It's not gonna be a dead thing. You're gonna see this thing on the road and on the vents, 100%, and we're gonna go bonkers with this one. So I think that's it for now. Oh Jesus, I love this thing. I love this thing. It really is nice. It really is. People don't appreciate the old bikes anymore, and there are some of the old bikes that are absolutely iconic. They ride extremely well, like these. and everyone is going for the new bikes. I'm guilty of that. I got myself the brand new Tuner S700, which I'll transform into race bike, which I'm racing now, but that's topic for another day. And then I got myself one of these, 1991. I'm gonna use daily or to travel, or I don't know what I'm gonna use it for, but I just want it. So there you go. Anyways, I think this is the frog. Jesus, we forget. I got another MR2 to finish, and we have a Delica to finish. But now I am back in the workshop full time. I'm here every day, so a lot of stuff is gonna happen very, very quick. Good news. I'll see you soon, probably tomorrow.